Y'all, I'm editing the video and it's gonna, in the beginning, like I it's gonna look like I took a lot out because I did. So it's gonna, in the beginning, I'm gonna be talking about something. I'm gonna be in the middle of talking about something because I just had to take all of that out. Like I just had to take all of that out. So it might be a little confused in the beginning, but once I'm done talking about whatever I was talking about, then it started to make sense. Off the plot, but I don't even know what I'm getting at. But I do feel like um, love plays a big part in everything, relationship, friendship, um, just everything. Society, I feel like it plays a big part. I feel like when there's a lack of love within yourself, what's that saying? Hurt people hurt people. And I feel like when people love themselves, like truly love themselves and truly understand who they are and whose they are, they show up different, they look different, they sound different. But when people don't know who they are or whose they are, when they don't love themselves, they don't really know how to show it to other people. So how they feel about themselves kind of project how they talk to other people or how they act in certain situations, like, but there's always room for growth, to there's always room for change. There's always it's never too late to change, and there you're never too far off to where you can't come to God. Like God is always willing to meet you exactly where you're at. You don't have to be this. You don't have to read the Bible front to back. You don't have to be this godly person. God will meet you exactly where you're at. Like exactly where you're at. If you got a bad thought in your mind about yourself or about somebody else, God will literally meet you right there. Like you don't have to get that thought out of your mind and then go to God. He will meet you right there. And God is a gentleman. He's going to be waiting at your door. He's going to be waiting at your door. Until you open that door, he's going to be waiting there. He don't care. He's going to be waiting there through the sad moments, through the happy moments, through the angry or confused, the lost, the jealousy. Like he's gonna be there. But until you say, Lord, I surrender myself to you, or I allow you to come into my life. Until it don't even have to be those exact words, but until you do, he just won't. He won't think that is important for people to start acknowledging him. And then also, I think I said this earlier in the video, but I just feel like if I know what he did in my life and I know how he worked in my life, why wouldn't I want to share that with other people? Like if I knew that following him gave me true happiness and true peace, and I know that there's people out there in the world that are yearning for true happiness, true peace, like true love. Like I know there's people out there who want that, who needs that, and who tried to find that through different people or through different things like smoking, drinking, sex, porn, like stuff that's only temporary. People pleasing. Like I know that, I know how it feels to be put in those type of situations, and I know how it feels to come out of those situations. And so I feel like it would be very selfish of me to keep this to myself when I know there's people out there who really could really use this. Now, it might not reach everybody, which, as long as it reaches one person, I'm perfectly okay with it. But it's just one of those things where if you know, like, why wouldn't you? Like, it's just one of the things where I just feel like, why wouldn't I think what I'm gonna do is we could do it together. I'm gonna take a chapter. No, what the heck? I'm gonna take a journal prompt out of my journal, like out of the journal that I'm making right now. I'm gonna take a journal prompt out of there, and then we could do it together. Like we could write the journal prompt together. So I'm gonna come back because I gotta go on my phone and look for it. Once I find it, what y'all feeling? I'm back. I got the questions. So the first question: Are you willing to fully surrender to? Are you willing to fully surrender control to God, even if it leads to discomfort or loss, and why? So that's the first question. That's the first question. I'm gonna repeat it for the ones who didn't hear. Are you willing So fully surrender control to God, even if it leads to discomfort or loss. And why? I think I'm gonna put it on the screen too. I keep saying I'm gonna put stuff on the screen, and I don't even know how to edit videos. Like, what am I doing? But I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. go. I'm not sure. Like, should I have it? Like, should I do like a time limit? Because I know some people write. It take them a while, and for some people they can write like pretty fast, or they can process stuff pretty fast. So, like for me, it take me a minute. But like, I don't know. I just really know. I think I'm gonna tell y'all what I wrote, and then we can go to the next question, and then I'll tell y'all what I wrote. We could just do it like that. But okay. So I said, well, I'm gonna reread the question. Are you willing to fully surrender control to God, even if it leads to discomfort or loss? And why? I put yes, because I know that He only wants what's best for me. I know that if I lose something, it's for the best, because holding on to my past or old things won't elevate me or won't allow me to reach my full potential in my life purpose. Being uncomfortable is a good thing, because it means that the Lord is preparing you for something new and different, and sometimes that can be uncomfortable. So you try and run back to what's comfortable, not knowing. Well, I said sometimes we run back to things that are comfortable, not knowing that there's something far more greater for you in the midst of being uncomfortable. And sometimes I struggle with that, like just going back to stuff that feels comfortable, that feels safe, because I already know the outcome of it. I already lived through it 100 times. But sometimes in order to elevate, in order to grow, some you have to be uncomfortable, and that's okay. It's okay to be uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable, always take it as a good thing, because that means that something greater is coming. Whether that's something physically, whether that's a change in your heart, whether that's a change in your mental, like you just never know. But I don't know where I left off at. I'm gonna just end it wherever I stopped at, because I really don't remember where I left off, and I don't want to repeat everything all over again. So wherever I left off at, we're just gonna leave it right there. The next journal prompt is 2 more. The last one you can do. The video's probably gonna end, but the second one is, should I make this one the last one? Okay, the last one you can do off, I'm about to say off camera. The last one you can do the last one you can do after the video is over. Yeah. But the second one is, how does forgiveness play a part in your faith journey? Did you get it? I'm gonna repeat it. How does faith play a part? Sorry, that was wrong. How does forgiveness play a part in your faith journey? How does forgiveness play a part in your faith journey? Okay. a question. Do anybody else write slanted or sideways? Like, I can't write with like my paper like this. Like, I can't write like this. Like, it has to be like this, and my head has to be like tilted. But for the last question, if we had how do you forgive? How does forgiveness play a part in your faith journey? I said forgiveness plays a really big part. I said forgiveness plays a really big part in my faith journey because God is a forgiving God. And if you want to live a life according to Him, I have to be able to have a forgiving heart. Also, from personal experience, forgiveness is not just for the other person, but for you. So your heart can be at rest and ease. It's easier not to forgive or accept forgiveness, but the burden you carry and the baggage and weight you carry, the battles you fight in your mind, knowing it's the right thing to do, but being too prideful to do so, rather than forgiving and accepting forgiveness, like to do so, rather than forgiving and accepting. And it's definite. Okay, y'all, because I can barely read my handwriting. And it's definitely not the easiest thing to do, but it's something that's needed when you're trying to move on with your life. And then the last question, which y'all can answer once the video's over, because I feel like this question is like a question where you really have to like really think about it, or it's gonna take like maybe not for everybody, excuse me, but I feel like this is a question, like a very, very, very personal question. But the question is, if you had one person to bring closer to God, who would that be and why? I'll repeat it. If you had one person to bring closer to God, who would that be and why?